Tonight, we are getting a better idea of which way Georgians are leaning just 3 weeks until Election Day. Look at this new landmark communications poll. It shows Governor Brian Kemp, Republican, leading his Democratic challenger, Stacey Abrams, 51 to 45%. And that's significant because it shows that the governor could already have enough support to avoid a runoff. And it's important to note this new poll was taken before last night's debate. The governor's race is just one of several contests bringing voters to the polls, and they're coming out in record numbers. Atlanta News First reporter Patrick Quinn joins us live now with some very significant new early voting numbers. Patrick.
And Rick, new numbers just within the last hour from state election officials. Early voting turnout yesterday on day one of early voting. There were 134,000 ballots cast. Today, here's the new part, another 134,000 voters cast their ballots today. Back-to-back days of more than 100,000 voters. That's never happened before in Georgia's history of every single midterm election to ever happen here. Polls are packed with exactly 3 weeks till Election Day. A 40-minute line outside the Ponce Library on day 2 of early voting. Inside, a steady stream of voters exceeding expectations for poll manager Dan Rousey.
I expected it to be busy. Maybe not quite this busy, but that's good.
It's been record turnout in Fulton County, and up in DeKalb County, a similar surge. According to state election officials, turnout is up 85% compared to the last midterm in 2018. For voters, why the crowds? It's for what's at stake.
I just wanted to get my votes in. I mean, this is a pretty crucial election, and the sooner I make my voice heard, the better.
DeKalb election officials told me they've added poll workers to support the record-breaking turnout, adding in a statement, quote, "The first 2 days of early voting have been an incredible showing in DeKalb and across the state. We will continue our work to ensure a safe and secure election for those casting ballots."
It went pretty fast today. When I came by yesterday, it was a line down the street there, but it went fast today.
On the campaign trail, candidate for governor Stacey Abrams told her base just because turnout is up, access to voting is still in question.
It does not mean that voter suppression doesn't exist. That's like saying that there are no more sharks in the water because more people get in. We know that voter suppression is alive and well in Georgia.
Governor Brian Kemp challenged Abrams on her claims of voter suppression during this week's debate.
So for someone to say that we have been suppressive in our state when we've seen turnout increase over the years, including with minorities like African Americans, Latinos, and others, is simply not true.
And back to those numbers again, 134,000 voters cast their ballots today and yesterday. To put that into perspective, for the 2020 presidential race in the first day of early voting, 136,000 voters. So very neck and neck. Right now we're on pace for more than 4 million voters for this election. That would be another record. And from talking with election officials, yes, they do expect things to come down a little bit in the days to come, but they are urging voters, don't waste till the last minute. Live tonight in Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
A confusing voting